You hit $1,000 in savings and it feels good. You hit $5,000 and you start thinking, okay, I'm getting somewhere. You finally cross $10,000 and it feels kind of surreal. But then something weird happens. You grind your way to $20,000, and instead of feeling secure, you feel stuck. Like you've hit a financial ceiling. Like progress suddenly slowed down. If that sounds familiar, that's not random. That's math. And psychology. And today we're going to talk about why everything changes even more after $20,000. My name is Bill, and I spend way too much time thinking about wealth-building psychology. If you're someone who's trying to grow your money but feels stuck at certain milestones, make sure to hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if this helps you out. The first big lie about $20,000. Here's the thing. Most people believe that once they hit $20,000 in savings or investments, they're set. Not rich, but safe. Look, $20,000 sounds like a big number. For many households, that's more than 3 months of expenses. According to data from the Federal Reserve's Survey of Consumer Finances, the median households don't even have $5,000 liquid. So when you hit $20,000, you feel ahead. But here's what most people don't realize. $20,000 is not a finish line. It's a pressure point. Why $20,000 feels so big? Psychologically, humans are terrible with scale. Going from $0 to $1,000 feels massive. From $1,000 to $5,000 feels impressive. From $5,000 to $20,000? That feels elite. It's all percentages. If you go from $1,000 to $2,000, you doubled your money. That's a 100% increase. But going from $20,000 to $40,000, that's also doubling, yet it feels infinitely harder. Why? Because now we're talking about $20,000 of new capital, not $1,000. This is where math starts to mess with your brain. The math shift after $20,000. Math changes. Let's run simple numbers. Let's say you invest $20,000 into a broad market index fund earning 8% annually, roughly in line with long-term historical returns of the S&P 500. 8% of $20,000 is $1,600. That means if you do absolutely nothing for a year, your money grows by $1,600. Now imagine you're investing $500 per month. That's $6,000 per year. Notice something? Your contributions are still doing most of the heavy lifting. You're doing the work. But once you reach $50,000, wow! 8% becomes $4,000 per year. At $100,000? Now your money is working almost as hard as you are. And this is where it gets really interesting. The shift from $20,000 to $100,000 is not linear, it's exponential in psychological impact. The psychological wall at $20,000. Here's what usually happens. You grind to $20,000 through discipline. Cutting subscriptions. Not now. Sold. It's effort-based money. But after $20,000, the game changes. Now it's less about sacrifice and more about systems. And most people never make that transition. They stay stuck in frugality mode instead of entering optimization mode. And that's why growth slows down. The income problem no one talks about. Look, you can budget your way to $20,000. It's very hard to budget your way to $200,000. At some point, income becomes the bottleneck. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, median weekly earnings for full-time workers are just over $1,100. After taxes, housing, transportation, food, there isn't a huge surplus left. So if you're trying to grow beyond $20,000 only by cutting expenses, you're fighting math. Here's what most people don't realize. After $20,000, wealth acceleration becomes income-driven, not expense-driven. That means negotiating salary, building skills, starting scalable side income, investing intelligently, not just skipping lattes. The fear that kicks in. Now, you might be thinking, okay, Bill, but once I hit $20,000, I get scared to invest more. I don't want to lose it. Exactly. Loss aversion. Behavioral economists like Daniel Kahneman showed that losses feel about twice as painful as gains feel good. When you had $2,000, losing $300 hurt, but it wasn't devastating. When you have $20,000, losing $3,000 feels catastrophic, even though percentage-wise it's the same.
So what do people do?
They freeze. They leave money in low-yield savings accounts earning 0.5 or 1% when inflation historically averages around 3%. That means you're losing purchasing power every year. Slowly, quietly. And it feels safe. But it's not. Compounding. If you invest $20,000 at 8% annually and never add another dollar, in 30 years that becomes about $201,000. That's the magic of compounding. But here's the catch. The first 10 years feel boring. Then around year 20, the annual gains start looking like your old salary increases.
Don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video.